Hi guys. Okay, so I'm so sorry about yesterday. I completely didn't realize it was Wednesday. And then today I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday. I'm gonna go live. And then I looked at the date and I'm like, how? I've spent the past week sleeping, so I feel like I've went through a portal already. I know the 8-8 portal is coming, but I feel like I almost went through a portal already with all the sleeping. So, like, I mean, I haven't slept this much in years. And I know the past like 2.5 years, 3 years was really intense. And like it was just go, 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 And I crashed. Remember, I kept saying for a couple of months, especially shout out Patreon gang, I was just talking about how I felt like I was tired in my soul. And it wasn't just my soul, like I was physically tired. So I've been getting a lot of sleep. I was sick for like a week straight. But I feel much better now. So thank you for all the healing, loving energy you guys sent me. We are a little bit earlier than what was scheduled. So I'm just going to get some frankincense on the burn as people come in. And then it's not that I'm not coming in with particular downloads. I just kind of want to see, like on Patreon, a lot of the times I'll just see what the divine wants to bring our attention to. And I notice that I don't really do that here. I mean, we do, but we usually go through an array of different downloads first. And the only download I'm really coming into this week, and like I said, we'll just pull cards and see what we get. But the only download that that really comes front of mind coming into this reading was the download that I was channeling about needing to allow for the unknown. So some of you guys, it's Page of Swords in reverse energy. That's what it is. Because if you're seeing Page of Swords in your readings, or you've gotten essentially what the energy is receiving limited information and then trying to fill in the blanks and creating a narrative off of the limited information. So even if it is the truth, it's such a small part of it that you'd be foolish to act like you know what's going on. So there's this energy of having to accept that you just don't have the full story. Some of you guys might see something or hear something, overhear something, and it could trigger you to want to take an action. And when I was channeling it on Patreon, that was like a really bad idea because it was such limited information. It's been weird energy lately. I've been channeling a lot of shifts in energy, people coming out of this indecisive energy that they've been in for months, because we've been reading indecision, Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Wands, I mean, even Two of Cups, which is this having to make a choice. Remember, you don't pick up a job or a partner, you pick a path. And that's what the twos really represent. And people are coming out of indecision. So this is Leo energy is really going to promote this action-oriented energy. People are going to be, it's not even triggered. They're just going to naturally have the fire energy. It's like people honoring themselves, right? And saying, okay, I don't have all the information, or I just don't really feel good about taking action right now. I'm not sure. I'm not clear. And allowing for that marinating process. You know how worth marinating is. You know, when you marinate your chicken, you know that shit is just going to be better than it would have been if you just spiced it and threw it in a pot. You know that, whether you have time to do it or not. It looks like you had time to really, which is a gift from God, to really look and contemplate and discern and all of these things. So the only real download I'm coming into is that I can think of off of top is to allow for this unknown period. Allow that, accept that you just don't know. I don't have all the information right now. I don't really know what that was that I saw or overheard. I don't have the full story, but that was fucked up if it was. You know what I mean? Like, just allow your conscious, logical mind to go, this is not enough information to take action right now. Where for some of you, you're at a stage in that particular energy cycle where you are getting all of the information and you can feel there isn't a blockage anymore. So there's this energy of like, am I really going to do this? Am I really ready to do this? Take this action, put this energy into this, right? It's also a manifestation. Okay. Hey guys. Hey Emily. Hey Shantae. Hey Santana. Hey Aniam. Hey, Gina. All right, let me just get some frankincense on the burn. That will allow some people to come in, and then we'll get started. Probably start a little bit earlier than 6. Okay, just give me a second. How was you guys' week? I can't believe I completely didn't realize it was Wednesday. It's just all the sleeping, I know it. I know it. I need one of my family or friends to come and visit me and bring me charcoal. On your way to an event? Nice. My big sis since 2020. Aw, family. Just left Patreon, Angel Gang. Yeah, I feel like I went through a portal. They say that I kept hearing sleep is the cousin of death. And that was really front of mind because all that sleeping and dreaming and like, I'm just like, it's affecting me. And I'm not fully sure yet what the sleep is doing to me. Other than obviously resting me. On your way to the hospital, the fuck, LaDonna? I hope everything's okay. Girl, quit my job and made the decision to go all on my business. Congratulations, that is so brave. There's no bigger form of validation and love of self to take a leap of faith on yourself like that. Sleep is healing. Yeah, I feel like it's been healing, but I just feel like something about a portal. You know? Welcome, guys. We're going to get started soon. Please like the video so it circulates. Thank you to everybody who positively contributes to this space. The fan is blowing on me. This is why I usually do this before I come on. I usually try to get the frankincense on the burn before I get on with you guys. For those that are new to smudging, okay, this is a form of burning incense where you take the charcoal, you light it, it'll start to spark on its own like this. So if you're burning frankincense initially and you don't like the smell, it's not the frankincense, it's the coal. Some people are allergic to what is making it burn like this. So if you light it, you just let it burn out, that smell will go away. But a lot of people don't like that smell and they think it's the frankincense. It's not. It's the ignition in this coal so that you don't have to sit there with the lighter. Right? So you just light it. You see it sparking on its own. The fan's helping. Right? You let that get nice and hot. And then you just put your resin right on top of it. Right? So if you're new to smudging, you can go to smudgealot.com. And you can get the starter kit. It will come with instructions, small jar of resin, and a burner, and a stick of coal. All right? For those of you that are regular smudgers, you can get the sampler kit, which doesn't have a burner, because you'll probably already have one. But it has a bunch of different resins that you can sample. Okay? Look at that, nice and red. And we're about to get into it. For those that just joined, we did touch a little bit on a download, but other than that, we are going to just get into it and see what the divine wants to bring our attention to. I didn't realize, I didn't realize Wednesday was yesterday, so I apologize for those of you that were looking for me yesterday, or looking for us. And then when I scheduled the live, it was scheduled for the 18th. Like, I had to go and edit it. It was so bizarre. There's something about time. And Eugene Vininsky. Oh, so just before we get into it. For those that have been with the tribe for a while, you guys know I'm a huge fan of Eugene Vininsky's decks. I own them all. And he reached out to me and he sent me, and it's already in transit from all across the world, his new deck tarot of time. And every time I say it, I get emotional because, oh, and that's another message from that, okay? I want to make something really clear about divine masculine energy since it seems to be up for debate, okay? Eugene Vaninsky's this small, I don't even know how small he is, okay? But he doesn't give like, vibes. But there was nothing stopping that man from getting that deck to me across the world on a little island. Okay, it cost my mom 150 Canadian dollars to send me my fucking driver's license. I could only imagine what it cost this man to send me this deck. But there was no question. Like, I genuinely thought he was going to email me once he found out and just was like, okay, I can't. Or like, you'll have to pay for the charges. Nothing. There was no, within days. He's like, tell me where to send it. Within days, he sent me a tracking number. And I just want that to be clear. That is divine masculine energy. There is, when there's a will, there's a way. Okay? And that's what it means when we're in our divine masculine energy. When we're living out our toxic karmic masculine energy, we're not active, we're not proactive. We have all of this self-doubt and deprivating narratives playing out in our mind that is taking away from our ability to feel confident. Confidence is fire energy. Fire is action. That's why lack of confidence impacts people's ability to take action, because it's all in the space of fire, which is coming in because we're about to go into Leo season. Okay, so things are about to get hot, things are about to get active, and I don't care if you're a water sign or an earth sign, we're all fire. All right? Look at the frankincense just, oh, it's the fan. I was like, is it a bit much? It's a bit much. Slow it down a little bit. All right, let's pray and get in to the spread. I gotta make sure my crotch isn't in the camera. God knows I wouldn't want to offend nobody. All the signs, yes, we're all the signs, Hillary, exactly. But, all right, let's get into it. Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guides, Guardian Angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly all the messages that are in our greatest good surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to us, our personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guides, Guardian Angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. It's probably, hold on. Does that sound better? Does that sound better? If it's the connection, I can't do anything about that. But the sound, hey, Fifth Weaver. Yeah, it's Mercury in effect. It's okay, we work with Mercury. We don't send Mercury any bad energy, whether it's going direct or in reverse, guys. That's like the worst thing. You do not want to send bad energy to an entire planet. We got to be more spiritually sound, right? Like be not narcissistic, right? So when everybody's sending all this negative energy to Mercury, that's like not a good idea. Okay, it's like the sun. I hate the sun. It's like, whoa. Whoa, those are strong words to use to a very powerful source, right? So yeah, sounds going in and out. It will come back. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing I can do now. I'm in the exact same place I'm at every week. And the phone, oh, maybe it's because of how it's set. Is that better? Look, some people are saying the sound's fine. Some people are saying click out of the live and then click back in it will work. Thank you. That's good advice. That's something I would do. When all else fails, reboot. Like, wait, why don't I? Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guides, Guardian Angels, thank you for rising up this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective all the messages that are in our greatest good, surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to us, our personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Creator God, Prime Source, ancestors, guides, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, sorry. I just felt like I wasn't conscious enough during the prayer. I was distracted, so I had to do that real quick. Okay. Relax. Everything's going to be fine. Yes. Oh, wow. It actually works now. I did the same thing. Yeah, it was good advice. All right. Let's see what the divine wants to bring our attention to this week. Even just the way we're coming into the reading, it very much, it alludes to this energy of we're just going to see, we're going to go with the flow, we're going to see what happens, right? Not assuming you know. For those of you that are like watching a lot of readings and really anticipating future events, even though literally we're talking about near future events, there could be a need for you to just let go. Some of you guys are holding on to a manifestation too tight. So when you have your wand, your pentacle, your cup, and your sword, once you get those on your manifestation table and lay them out, i.e. your availability, you lay it out to the universe, your investment, your presence, okay? You have to leave the table. And I was talking on Patreon how I could hear you guys trying to micromanage the universe. So like, it's like, imagine the magician was there and left the things and it was like, do you want help? Like, I'm sure if I help, I'll help speed up this process for us, you know? Oh, come on, where's the pentacle? Like, I put the pentacle, what did you do with it? Do you want any help with that? Are you sure? Like, somebody is dealing with the universe and the universe is like, oh my God. So an example is watching the kettle boil. It's literally watching the kettle boil while you might have like another part of your fucking shit on fire. Like, there needs to be the ability to know that it's like cooking a pot of food. You've done everything, now it just needs to sit and cook itself. You don't sit there with the lid open, poking at the food with your fork. I mean, your grandmother would kill you if you did, right? At a certain point, you leave it and you let it cook itself, right? So there's something about some of you guys holding on too tightly to a manifestation. You need to release it to the universe now so the universe can do its part. For some of you, you have your pentacle, sword, wand, and cup, but you have it in your little bag and you're looking at the universe like, show me something. The universe is like, who are you talking to? Put the fucking pentacle, take the items out of the bag and put them on the table, you. And the collective's like, well, I'm not going to take my stuff out of the bag unless the universe shows me something. The universe is gonna slap you, okay, and take out your things and put them on the table, okay? Just like there's a bit of the some control issues there. All right. Hey, Erica. Yes, come take a seat. Hey, Victoria. All right, first card out. King of Swords. That's a strong energy because that's the first card out, and we have lots of decks here. We're gonna pull a lot of cards, but it is the first card. Okay, so the King of Swords can speak of having enough confidence in yourself to be able to make the high-level decisions that bear the responsibility and the accountability. Meaning, you know, there's nobody to blame. You're making this decision. You're leading this charge. You're triggering this because you believe it's the best thing to do. It is the judge energy, but imagine you being the judge and jury of your own life. Imagine your shadow, your inner child, your inner angel. These are all your, the jury. And your highest form of consciousness is the judge. Some of you guys are going to have to make some really serious decisions about your life, and there's going to be no one to blame. The weight, it's heavy as the head that wears the crown. You're inheriting certain royalty because of the things that you've done to break these cycles and curses, and that's all great, but some of you guys need to make yourself fully accountable of your life. You're leaving a lot of it to the universe and then blaming God and blaming the universe or external people. You're not taking on your royalty. Accountability is royalty. That's how I perceive it. It's part of my royalty, right? It would make sense that I would be the accountable one. In my mind, I've learned to stop projecting the need for accountability external, not to say I don't still do it, but I try to empower myself with accountability and self-awareness. It's freedom too, absolutely. And you guys know how I feel about freedom. It's like the most important thing. There's no happiness that I want that doesn't come from freedom, even though I've been really challenged with that because I'm a very free person. But what if certain manifestations cost me some of my freedom? Anyways, that's just something in my own little soul journey. And it would be worth it, and I'd be okay with that. Or maybe I wouldn't, I'm not sure. But anyways, King of Swords, some of you guys are actually, you have something up against a board, a lawyer, a judge. You have somebody who has to make a decision on something that has to do with you. Even if it's not like between you and another party, like court or something, this is a governing body having to make a decision about something that you are doing or trying to do. It could even be submitting permits, right? You're submitting permits, and this is the person who is going to approve or deny this, who's using discernment based on all the information that was submitted to them, right? For some of you, this is what you do for a living, and it could be taking a toll on you. Okay, I don't see the King of Swords as being cold. I see the Queen of Swords as being the cold one. Okay, the King of Swords is actually quite integrated with head and heart, no different than the King of Cups or any of the kings, really. There's an integration that occurs, right? So the lines start getting blurred by the elements. The King of Swords is actually quite loving, fair, understanding, has a lot of life experience. So the King of Swords is the energy where you would look at them and not think that they went through certain things and understand what it is you've gone through, but the King of Swords does. It's the Queen of Swords that you guys are afraid of. It's not the King of Swords. If the King of Swords is in reverse, for sure. But whether the Queen of Swords is upright or reverse, that's the colder energy, because that's the stage before integration. Right? When you get to the king, you've already started to integrate here. And once you integrate all of the elements, you'll now evolve to the Emperor, Empress energy. If that made sense. No, I'm not. Stop it. Stop it. Leave me alone. Okay. Let's see what else. Then there's the Five of Wands. Yeah, somebody knows how to end a conflict here. Somebody's gonna, if this is like family, some people could be fighting over money, and somebody's gonna do something really bold that they feel is gonna end the argument. Somebody wants to end an argument here, and they're gonna do something bold that's gonna bring that to an end. There's nothing to argue about anymore, says the King of Swords. This is done. Because this is also the whip. You see the whip here? Somebody is addressing a conflict energy. They're taking the leadership approach. Somebody's like, if we keep going on this way, this conflict is only going to get worse and worse. Somebody is using like their logic, but also their dominance and possibly their authority, whatever authority they have, to end an argument, end a problem, end a fight. And I don't know how these people are going to feel about what this person does. Like if this is somebody's parent, somebody could like not include anybody who's fighting in the will. Like if these people are fighting over like money or inheritance, this King of Swords, whoever this family member, can cut all of them out of it and said there's now no argument because none of you are on it now. None of you are a part of it. None of you are going to get shit. It's something like that. Somebody could make a real stance here. Whoever this King of Swords is, they don't like what these people are doing. Like this Five of Wands, it's like the fighting has to stop. Like this quarreling has to stop. For some of you, I channeled this over on Patreon. Some of you guys are going to be kicked out of a home because you and your partner are arguing in this home and these people don't want to deal with it. It's somebody's parent or a family member that opened up their house to their family member who's dating somebody, but they keep arguing and they have this toxic nature. They're finna be kicked out. For some of you, you're gonna kick somebody out. You're like, I can't take it. Like there's somebody in your environment who's making it toxic because of the conflict energy, even if they're not fighting with you. Okay. Whoa. The 4 of coins. The 10 of coins. Somebody let go of something because they want to upgrade. Somebody's upgrading from the 4 to the 10 because of this path here. Somebody, you see, this is fantastic. Somebody has identified an abundant path. And they've chose it with the King of Swords. That's how they upgrade from the 4 of coins to the 10. Whether this is about money, whatever this abundance is, it adds to your pot. It adds to the pot of wealth. Remember, wealth is a lot of things. It's loyal friends. It's a life partner. It's freedom. It's peace. It's opportunity. That's wealth, right? Wealth is many things. So regardless of what this is, because I'm not saying it's not money. All I know is this upgrades your 3D lifestyle. But this is a direct result. Look at this new beginning. Somebody released a burden and it freed them up for a new beginning. Somebody chose the abundant path here. And this really makes me excited. Because this is why we do all of this soul work. If this didn't come out, I'd be so disappointed. This is the shit that makes me feel like the work that I do is like useless. And I'm not even trying to like manipulate and blackmail you guys until like I'm serious. It just makes me feel like, what's the point? If we're not evolving and we're not making these better decisions and upgrading like this, what's all the point of this painful ass work? Why can't we just be ignorant, walking around like the rest of the folks out here? It's because of this. This is why we choose to spiritually progress. This is why we choose to do dark work, to go in and reclaim the parts of ourselves that went dormant because society didn't tell us we needed to be that powerful. So we didn't need those parts of ourselves, not to conform, not to be slaves, right? And everybody's going into the pits of hell to resurrect those parts of themselves. That's brave, but it's worth it. Somebody chooses the abundant path. This is a massive upgrade. Somebody loved themselves enough to be able to identify what was more abundant to them. Even if this is a romantic partner, this isn't about who has more money. This is who checks off, who reflects the path that I want for myself. Somebody wanted a certain type of relationship. This could be going from being in the old stereotype of relationship where there's what do you want to call them, gender roles or the patriarchy, or, I have to be the house wife, or I have to be the provider, until somebody's drowning in either of those spaces and their partner can't help them because they were never designed, grown, or curated to do that part. A lot of people are evolving, so there's paths. You can choose a path that's a reflection of the archetype you know well and know to be reality to you, or you can pick another path that might require more from you. It might be harder, but the rewards are way more. Way more. Some of you guys are manifesting certain connections that are going to bring in massive amounts of abundance. Relationships are hard. Everybody wants a life partner, They're very, very hard. It asks more from you than anything other than parenthood. It's almost the same energy, what it asks of you, how honest it requires you to be, how much of yourself has to be there. Nothing, not your job, nothing other than parenthood would require that of you. But when you do, when you are brave enough to pick it, the rewards, man, There's nobody that you'd be able to manifest this with other than that person. The abundance is a reflection of the love they share, the honesty they have, the confidence in each other, which is just a reflection of the confidence in self, which they learned along the way. This is a new beginning that's tender in the emotional space. Might be a bit uncomfortable, collective, because I know you guys hard as fuck. There's that trying to be patient energy. That you're trying to be patient because you're lacking faith, and I know how that feels. I don't care how spiritual I am. If you should hear some of the shit I've said to the divine, to my creator. And if our creator wasn't a loving, compassionate God, God would have burned my ass up for some of the shit I went up there and said in my moments of tiredness, sadness, hurt. Like I'll cuss out God like I would cuss out you. Only to go back to God and be like, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And God's like, never hold back. Tell me exactly how you feel at all times. I'd rather you do that than try to gaslight me and lie to me up in church talking about, we are the world. Meanwhile, you want to burn down the whole world, the little world you have. The creator hates to be gaslit. I wouldn't do it. Don't break a promise to your creator and don't gaslight your creator. It doesn't go well. All right, let's see what else. Let's pull from some of the Lenormand here. There's a lot of fire energy, 10 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 2 of Wands. So this, the reason why somebody was, whether this is you or somebody pertaining to you, because you could have been waiting for somebody to take a particular action. You could have pitched somebody something or proposed something to someone and you wanted them to do something to meet you where you're at. Or you were waiting for somebody to do something they said they were going to do. The reason why you might have been waiting and there was a delay because maybe they weren't sure that they wanted to do it. Do you get what I mean? Like there wasn't a delay. It was a natural course and a progression, collective. For some of you guys, you were trying to force making a decision about something instead of just acknowledging you're just not really sure right now. Maybe I need more information, more exposure, more time to think. I don't know, but I'm not really sure right now. I hope people didn't bully you into making decisions, things that you're going to have to let go of now, which might not be easy to. I hope you guys honored yourself. The time it takes for you to be sure about what you want to do. Thank you, Carol. 1111, thank you. So yeah, people are coming out of this indecisive energy, so things are going to start getting active, and I know this is a lot of the action energy that people wanted to happen. I don't know how you're going to feel when certain things happen, collective. Everything was good in theory. When you were projecting things external, they need to do this, they need to take action, when there are certain things the universe is telling you need to do. And you could be projecting it on other people. They need to do this, they need to do this. We see this in the tarot community. They need to take action, they need to speak up, they need to say how they feel. All of that is a projection. I'll tell you that right now. Not to say it's not true, but it's a projection first. Look within. If that's what you keep hearing, if that's what you're drawn to, look within first and say to yourself, what is it that maybe the universe would be saying this to me, not to you about somebody? Because we all want to be fucking channelers until it's time to channel our own ass and read our own ass for filth. Then we turn dumb and we don't know what's going on. Or at least I do when it's time to pull cards for myself. All of a sudden, I don't know. I don't know what that means. The fuck, bitch? What do you mean you've been reading cards for a living for almost a decade? What do you mean you can't read for yourself? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know what it means. That's that narcissism, I'm telling you, man. I don't know. It makes me think of Saturday Night Live. What was that guy? He's like, I don't know, stop it. I don't know, stop it. Okay. What is it, Stewart? It's Stewart, I think. No. Some of you guys are in your soft girl, soft boy era. No, excuse me. Sorry. Mad TV, it was Mad TV, Samantha, yes. To the old folks. It was Stuart. You guys are all showing your age, over 30. Everybody who said Stuart is over 30. Maybe even over 35 now. No, don't. Stop. All right. Let's see what else. Three of Wands. Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords. This is what I'm saying. Somebody was creating their own delay. Okay, for example, somebody saw something and assumed they know something, and then we're like, okay, I'm not going to take action. I'm not going to do this. Instead of doing what they would need to be more informed. This is about seeking. That's what I'm trying to say about the King of Swords. The King of Swords will go and seek and ask and say, okay, we got to pull these records, and okay, can we get into the records there? And like, oh no, we've got to be able to find it somewhere. Can you call so-and-so who used to work here, and can you ask them where that file is? That's the King of Swords. The King of Swords ain't making no decision. You're going to dig until you get all the information the King of Swords feels like it's necessary to make this decision. This is the opposite of that. This is somebody taking a little bit of information and acting like they know what's going on. And God forbid they actually take action on this limited amount of information. That is the epitome of ignorance. And we are all ignorant. You should see the people that I shade in my mind because of what little thing I saw, only to realize that was really not the whole, you know what I mean? I still get G-checked by this. Is it enough information? Do you really know what's going on? If the Page of Swords is ready to evolve to the Knight, the Page of Swords is going to go, no, I don't. The Page of Swords is going to crave more information. I don't know, but I want to. And will do what's necessary to acquire more information. Okay, with the Fool, with the King of Swords. Wow, look at this. Oh my God, somebody takes a leap of faith. For that person who said they just took a leap of faith on their own career, that's literally this energy here. Going from the Four of Pentacles, working that job that you just feel is the only thing that'll be able to take care of you. People will take the worst treatment from their employers all because this is all I have to feed my family, to take care of myself. That's the Four of Pentacles. That's a motherfucking illusion. There is always another way. Slavery made you believe that. To settle. Okay, this is the opposite of settling. Look at the reward, the return on investment. That's insane. Going from the 4 to the 10 is insane. There's no other pentacle cards but that. That's massive. That's even going to take an adjustment for some of you. Like, you're going to have to like sit with that. Really see the difference. The humble beginning you came from to where you're going now, or where you're at now, or the difference you're about to experience. It's insane. And I'm not speaking to anybody who doesn't believe this to be possible. Some of you guys just might have gave up on it a little bit because of time. Like, things weren't happening in the timing. Something about time. I mean, we have a deck coming that's tarot of time. So all of our issues surrounding time, the releasing of time, allowing of time is all going to be triggered up at this time. Okay. All right, let's see. From Norman. I can't believe how lucrative this path is that this person that you guys took. That's crazy, man. If it's a partner, holy fuck. You're about to trigger the dog shit out of people. They might already be triggered. There are people who are triggered by your attraction to somebody because they can already feel the energy between you. Remember, love dominates people. It sheds light on people's darkness. Okay? For some of you, your connection is already triggering people. For some of you, your connection's really going to trigger people. Because some of you haven't shared with anybody that you're in a connection yet. Not to say you might not be talking to people or dating. Some of you guys aren't like you weren't. You might just have been like dead ass single and then started to deal with somebody, but you might not be. You might be holding it close to your chest before you reveal it to people. Yeah, some of you guys are dating right now, but you're in, it's maybe the first month. First couple of weeks. So it looks like you're keeping this a secret, which is also indicative of the Page of Swords. You're not letting anybody, you don't want to relieve any information. This could also be some money you came into. Some of you guys come into some money and you just feel like if you tell certain people, they're going to eat you alive. Like you're going to all of a sudden be obligated. And you don't want to be yet. It's not that you don't want to help, support, or secure, but you just, you might have plans for this money. I'm getting that some of you guys are doing a lot behind the scenes. Again, it's this King of Swords energy here, making really big decisions. You're not asking people about the path that you, Fool energy, Two of Wands energy, King of Swords. This is collective making really big decisions about their life. So we talk about these shifts and stuff like that. Collective, a shift. The universe could have brought in a shift, which put you, that brought in more clarity and then put the onus on you to have to make a decision, to make another shift on top of that. It's like knowing the weight. It's knowing that this decision you have is going to bring in a lot of change. Some of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about until a couple of weeks, and you have this big ass decision on your lap, and you're coming back to the reading. This is big, but this is what makes you different. Like when you wonder why people don't have certain things, it's not because you're special. It's because of what you were willing to do, to sacrifice, to learn, to humble yourself to. You think the Fool's easy? This alone is the reason why you don't see everyone having a certain level of success. Because we're not all willing to leap off of the cliff. You might be willing to leap off of this cliff, but I'm not willing to leap off of this one. I was willing to leap off of that one, but this one's too high. I'm not leaping off of this cliff here. Right? So it's not no disrespect to nobody. We all have cliffs that are easier to jump off of than others. Some people they're not afraid of the cliff. They're not afraid of heights. They're afraid of the water at the bottom. They're not sure if they can swim. Where people like me, I'm not afraid of the water at the bottom. That's the safe part. I'm afraid of heights. Okay? That's another message I wanted to share here. For some of you, I read for some of you that really don't consider yourself spiritual. And I need you to understand that spirituality is not a dress code. It's not a personification of any deity or entity, okay? The battles that you fought, the morals and the values that you were willing to stand behind in the face of the devil, the addictions you fought, the amount of love that you still have in you after everything, not the devil, but Satan did to try to rip it out of you. That is all spiritual, collective, okay? So don't get caught up in the semantics. Don't get caught up in the crystals and the frankincense. These are all tools. They're not personifications. Tears, Melanie, yes. That's the part of you that wasn't giving yourself enough credit for all the spiritual battles that you went up against because you might not present certain ways or have a YouTube channel or whatever the fuck it is. You never learned how to read cards and you just don't want to. And that's totally cool too. It doesn't take away. Because my spirituality isn't rooted in this here. This is a result of my spirituality and I come here and I share it. My spirituality is embedded in my roots. What I survived. What I didn't give up on. Who I didn't give up on being. When the devil told me you can't be that way because this and this and this is going to happen to you and put me in the face of this, this, and this, and I still didn't fold. I promise you, collective, I've made you proud behind the scenes, eh? I war. I didn't sell out. I didn't fold. Okay? Just know that. Enough things want me to. All right. Queen of Swords. Ironically enough, I told you we have the Queen and the King of Swords here. And what's ironic is for some of you, this is about you being unconditionally loved with your rough edges, you know. Some of you guys feel you're too rough or you're too broken or cold. It's like you feel like you won't be loved the way you are, that you have to integrate some kind of energy. And because you can't do it, you feel like you're not going to have something, or you won't be loved or something. And then here comes the mirror. There's probably only one person who isn't, besides the Emperor, the Empress, the High Priestess, and the High Priest. There's probably only one energy that isn't afraid of the Queen of Swords. Meaning, like, it's not even afraid, but like the Queen of Swords can push anybody away. And you have to do it. You have to get away. Except for the King of Swords. The King of Swords is going to fuck with the Queen of Swords' mind and be like, well, that's not all the facts. You seem a bit upset. It's not even really all the facts. No need to be so cold, you know. No need to swing that sword around. Just take it easy before you poke somebody's eye out. Like, that's the King of Wands talking to the King of Swords, talking to the Queen of Swords. Can you just easy with that sword before you poke somebody's eye out? Aren't you tired? Come have a tea, man. Let's sit and talk. Like, and the Queen of Swords is there like... King of Swords is not afraid. Because the King of Swords was the Queen of Swords and was very ruthless and had to evolve from that. Calm Libra and integrated Libra, yes, very much so. Laughing at me being the Queen of Swords. Yeah, Becca, I can see it. Like foaming at the mouth, and the King of Swords is like, you seem tired. Why don't you take a seat? Relax a little bit. Can you put that down? It's definitely not safe. Queen of Swords is going to poke a fucking eye out with that sword, man. But... it's going to soften the edges, because the fact of the matter is the King of Swords' sword is sharper and larger than the Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Swords is the bully. It's very sweet. It's very, it just reminds, this is a reminder there's love for everybody. Okay? Even the cross-ass, dark ass Queen of Swords. Now, that's the only one interpretation, because the Queen of Swords... the Queen of Swords is like all of the other queens. They're missing an element that is going to balance them out. Okay? But the Queen of Swords, now I'm getting this energy of like... it's the Queen of Swords identifying, whether male or female, it's the Queen of Swords identifying a need for change. Wanting to be softer natured, not liking pushing everything away, says the Queen of Swords. Because now the Queen of Swords is sitting there going, why is everybody gone? And the King of Swords is like, because you've been swinging around that sword for days. And the Queen of Swords is like, where did everybody go? It's like, okay, so now the Queen of Swords is like, oh, maybe I should put it down. Maybe I should, you know, take it easy. Maybe people will not run away from me or avoid the dog shit out of me anymore. Some of you guys were taking it personal and you were lacking the self-awareness to see how unsafe it would be to get close to you, swinging around that sword of truth like you are ready to cut off somebody's head at any time. It's not conducive of like, it's not the best company collective, okay? But it looks like that's changing. We also have the flowers here. That's the card of courting. It also can speak of like casual sexual relationships that can also, whether they don't have to, but they can evolve into something serious, especially with the Ten of Swords here. For some of you, you're rejecting that concept. Like somebody doesn't want to have casual sex. Somebody wants intense, passionate, loving. Somebody's like, No, it's not gonna cut it. Somebody's maybe like like they feel like the sexual connections that they're in, or the connection they're in, it's too lusty. Somebody's getting bored with the lusty energy. They want passion, they want lovemaking, they want something more intense, which is definitely Leo energy pulling on people at this time. Like Leo season is sex outside season, remember? It's sex outside season. It's boring. Becca says it's boring. Well, what about you isn't getting to live free, which is why it's so boring? Are you capitalizing on the opportunity to have creative expression in the sexual intimate space? Because that's what sex is. It's creative expression. Porn makes you feel like we're all trying to do it the same way, but it's not. It's all unique to the individual. And if people were being more unique with themselves and authentic, even sexually, you'd be shocked at how amazing the sex is when you actually are compatible with somebody and you're not trying to force it or gaslight yourself into believing that you are attracted to this person, or you even like their smell. Remember, pheromones is data and information. Okay, some of you guys don't like the way people smell. Even if they don't smell good, it should be something you can take. Okay? But they look good, but you don't like their smell and you're trying to mix with them. Like your fluids and shit like that. Even for those of you, you see how you guys love to let people put their hands up in your head and shit like that? For some of you, the oil in your scalp and the oil in somebody's hands don't mix. Okay? And it's going to change the texture of your hair. It can give you alopecia or give you some kind of fungal or something like that. Okay? Tantric. Regardless of how you're blending with people. I love his smell. Yeah, I have to. Even if he just came out of the fucking gym, okay? I should be able to take his smell. Because it's my smell. It's for my smell. Like my brain is down with those pheromones. You know? Indeed. I know, the conversation went left. Carrying on. Okay, we've got the Three of Swords. Where did that heartbreak come from? The King of Wands. So, I'm confused because this is all about like, this is like a manifestation coming in. This could even be romantic in nature with the Five of Wands here. But then there's all this Three of Swords energy and it's throwing me off. Because this isn't heartbreak energy. So why is there heartbreak here? This is also the card of like games getting out of control here. So somebody could have been playing a game. This is the energy of you cut off your own nose to spite your own face. That somebody's carelessness, it affected them. Somebody's spite, it affected them. It didn't affect who they were trying to hurt. Somebody that they were trying to hurt or make or punish for how they felt is being blessed in front of their face. Somebody was projecting the negative feelings that they had towards themselves, or might have even been getting from other people on a particular person who wasn't sending them that energy. And they essentially curse themselves. This is what happens when you don't look within. You'll project everything external. Could you imagine? We were talking about this on Patreon. Could you imagine you're projecting your negative emotions onto somebody? They're making me feel like this. It's them. They're the reason I'm feeling like this. And now you give them consequences. You punish them for this. Meanwhile, it's your own fucking shadow. Can you imagine what the universe is going to do to you? That's a dumb question. Why you sound like you smoke 24 hours a day? That's a dumb question. So you're out in the world right now when there's paradigm shifts are going on, evolution and growth, and you're over here in the stands of life doing nothing, asking dumb questions, and you wonder why things aren't turning out for you and why you're not manifesting. Because your ass is asking the wrong questions, brother. Use your brain. No, seriously, I'm not in the mood for the trolls today, man. You have to use your fucking brains. These people go and cry and blame the universe for why they can't manifest and things don't work out in their favor, because this is what they do with their spare time. This is what they do with their spare time. Ask dumb questions to people who don't give a fuck about them, can't help them, lost. And then they come here, I can't help you. You're asking the wrong questions in this space. But then you feel sorry for them out there. You feel sorry for them, but you didn't see what they were doing online under their little fake profile. You didn't see what a pest, what a fucking petty, spiteful little pussy they were. You never saw that part when you felt sorry for them, for what them a go through. Don't. The fuck? Action. We'll do a Leo reading. The next reading that we do will be in Leo season. Things are about to get active. For some people. For some people it's not going to be active because there's nothing to do. You don't have the frame of mind. There's no clarity, there's no direction, there's no set intentions, there's no authority, there's no fucking nothing for some of these people. Okay? But for many people I read for, there's action that comes after a period of stagnation and healing. Some people were too heartbroken to take action. They were crushed, okay? They were crushed by what didn't work out. They were crushed by what they had to mourn. They didn't have the energy to be able to go and take action to make change and hop on new timelines. I'm reading for people who didn't give a fuck about new timelines. They were still crushed by things that happened on the old one. People are coming out of phases of healing. Not to say that the healing ever really stops. It doesn't. But this is a phase. This is a particular wound that does not need tending to anymore because you tended to it. This being healed now allows for mobility. It allows for consciousness. It allows for things that weren't possible when you were wounded and maimed. Some of you were maimed, man. You were down bad. I know, Lord Key, I love this deck too. It's one of my favorite decks I've ever owned. Another Eugene Vininsky, the Golden Venetian. Lots of intrigue and pasa. The Two of Cups. Some of you, your lack of being sure about yourself was being mirrored in an actual soulmate. This is somebody who you are going to be with. But for some of you, your doubt in self was being projected by this person. They were doubting you too. And that might hurt you. Oh, they doubt me. Nobody can doubt me. Nobody can think twice about me. You think twice about yourself. You guys create third parties in your own mind about better options than you, and they materialize in your 3D reality and jobs and partners in these paths here. A lot of you subconsciously believe there's a better option than you. And that option literally manifests, and you created it. That's why I don't get trapped in no third party. I created those third party situations. The minute I stopped being insecure about myself, there was no third party. Who's the other option? Where, huh? It's my world. You motherfuckers are just living in it. I'm like, third party where? I'm like, which part? You know, it's your world. We're all just living in it. So why is there a third party? Where's the third party? What are they doing? Like, anyway. Somebody feels more confident to take a particular action towards romance. Some of you guys could be coming out of a period where you just didn't feel confident enough to like pursue connections or be open. That looks like that's changing. There's something about Leo season. There's some action that happens in the romantic space, especially for those of you who haven't had any action in that space. I'm also seeing that somebody could want to cross the line. Somebody wants to bridge the gap, bridge, the card of the bridge. Somebody wants to become physical. Somebody's going to try to become sexually physical with you in some way. It's only like first base page energies here, but somebody wants to become physical with you. I was getting that on Patreon too, and it's coming out again with the Two of Cups and the Five of Wands. You see, like, they're not having sex in the gondola, but you see how there's this like sexual tension here. Somebody wants to explore that. Somebody wants to explore the sexual tension they feel with you. For some of you, this is in the workplace, so it could feel like you don't want to cross any line, or there's professionalism. And then look at this as somebody trying to get somebody's attention here. I'm seeing you in a crowded place, and there's somebody that wants to take you off to the side to talk. Like away from the crowd. I just heard away from the crowd. Oh my God, I'm sweating like a fucking pig. Oh my God, we've already been on for an hour. Wow. I met him at work, yo. Hopefully not in a gondola. Peace, love, and all the good. Thank you. Fair, used ID, go to war for a woman like me. Straight up, I hear the birds chirping. Divine masculine will go to war for divine feminine energy. Do not let the devil trick you. Okay? It's embedded in divine masculine. The divine masculine doesn't have to think about it. The divine masculine just has to be in its divinity. Okay? And when divine masculine touch road, you have to get out of the fucking way, man. Okay, there's no amount of darkness that will ever really overpower divine masculinity or femininity, honestly. But divine masculinity, it's like you have to get out of the way. That's emperor. That's the emperor. That's the Hierophant. Those are not small energies. Okay, let's wrap this up. I'm sweating like a pig. 10 of Pentacles again. Oh my God. This is also about secrets being revealed. Whatever the secret is, for some of you, this is somebody revealing how they feel about something in particular. For some of you, this is somebody who you're going to be kind of shocked that they have feelings for you. This is somebody that I don't think you anticipated had these kind of feelings for you. You might not even have thought this person found you attractive. And for some of you, it is in the workplace. But it doesn't have to be. I don't know how you're going to feel about this person. I'm not tapping into that. All I'm tapping into somebody being shocked that somebody finds them attractive. They feel like almost shy. It's like, I feel the shyness. So this is somebody taking advantage of somebody's kind nature, but that's dumb, right? Because these birds eat these snakes. Do you see what I'm trying to say? People just don't get it. The snake was trying to be the predator until it realized the bird's the predator. These birds eat these snakes. Stupid. Anyway. Somebody was trying to poison something you had going on, or somebody was trying to like punish you or hurt you, and this is a very stupid idea. Especially in this dynamic, because you're the bird and they're the snake. The person who's plotting is in the snake position, but they're up against a bird that eats them. Look at it. The fox ate the bird, but the bird eats the snake. Somebody's hunting somebody here. Somebody wants somebody to be there. Somebody's headhunting somebody. They could be looking for a specific profile. Like how I told you guys, I was a recruiter. We would hunt people. So like those high level jobs that are, worth their $200,000, $250,000 salaries, you get big commissions off of those, you headhunt those people. You don't put out an Indeed ad for those roles, right? You find them and you call them and you pitch your role. So some of you guys could be headhunted. Um, Somebody wants to talk about doing something with you. Somebody wants to like work with you or do something with you, or they have an idea and they think that you'd be interested. There's all these energy. Then there's the loyal dog, the 10 of cups. Somebody could be using work as an excuse to get close to you. Like I'm seeing a feminine like ask a masculine if they can help her with something. Or I'm seeing a masculine ask some shit. It's all a fucking facade. It's there's for some of you there's this sexual undertone. For some of you, okay, remember at the beginning of the reading we talked about the King of Swords, somebody's making a ruling about you. This could be in your favor. You're gonna have something in your favor come to you. It's a wish fulfillment. For some of you, it's your love being mirrored back. It's a gift from the universe. Your love is being mirrored back by the universe in a very unique way here. It could be unique enough that this is a unique partner, meaning like the universe worked to bring these two people together. So there was going to be no amount of sabotage, darkness, plots, or plans that was going to stop these two motherfuckers from being together, because the universe, okay, the source bigger than you, was actively working to bring these two motherfuckers together. Right? It's almost like the universe is like they're going to find out why we brought them together. Because they don't know. Neither of these idiots know. I don't know why I'm getting this like weird cussing out energy, like this weird like ghetto anti-vibe. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Fate. Yes, Nancy. So excited for this. I deserve it. Absolutely. And that's the vibe. Turn the fan on, Des. Yeah, I'm done. I'm going to turn the fan on. Falsely fired from my job. Everybody's turned the fan back on. They're seeing me literally melt. Aw, thank you. Thanks. Oracle card. Okay, yeah, no, we'll do the oracle card. Becca's not letting it slide. What do you mean? Yeah, went that. What do you guys want? You guys want the priestess of light? You want the aboriginal dream time? Or the sacred destiny? Which one? You want this one? You want number 1? You want number 2? Oh my God. I'm resting my phone. I'm living on the edge. I'm resting my phone on a bottle of juice that's open. I'm living on the edge. All right. I'm seeing a lot of 2. Not you guys putting 1 like 5 times. The aboriginal. Sacred destiny. I don't know why I would ask this. How am I ever going to tally this? All right. I think we should just number 2. People are cheating and they're writing like 10 ones. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll do from both. We're here. You guys are laughing. How was I ever going to tally that? Anyways, thank you, Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guides, Guardian Angels, for connecting me with the collective every day and communicating clearly to us all the messages that are in our greatest good. Can we please wrap up? You're telling me they don't know what we want? You're telling me they don't hear us? They don't know what's important to us? That's what you're telling me? We read this one already. We read this one last time. So go back to the reading where this was, it wasn't the last one, it was the one before. The last one was about rest. I know, because I ended up resting the whole time. It was the one before we read this. This is about the swallowtail. Oh, wow. We're reading this one because the thunder and the lightning around here has been insane. Power. And that it's giving Leo vibes. Hey, when it's not in order. It's not in alphabetical order. How do they expect us to find it? It really bothers my OCD when they do this. They try to get all exciting, like, and try to get creative about how they organize it, and it should just be in alphabetical order. Like, are any of these people actual readers? Like, oh, there it is. Mountain thunder. Like the fist of God thrusting up towards the heavens, the stark, ragged mountains holds firm, and thunderbolts crash down on all sides. The sound is deafening as it echoes from mountain peak to mountain peak. Mountains represent strength, power, and perseverance, or permanence, as well as being a potent symbol of attaining spiritual heights as they extend into the sky towards the heavens. Thunder and lightning traditionally represent surging power, enlightenment, and revelations of divine matters. Thunder ignites our deeper self and activates our primal and deep emotions. Together, the mountain and thunder symbolize immense power, vitality, and strength. This is your time. This is the time to claim your power and step into your potential. This doesn't necessarily mean that you will be without fear. You might feel uncertain, but do it anyway. Be courageous. Let the world hear your voice. Take a stand. Stand up for yourself and for others. Share your passion. Teach from the heart. Write, and your words will have great meaning. Hold your body as if you were incredibly valiant, noble, and brave. After all, you are. Freedom and power. Try to tell him, collected. Try to tell him. Period. Period. Anyways, guys, we'll read from the Aboriginal next time. Remind me that that's the Oracle deck we'll use next time. I'm going to wrap it up here, okay? Love you guys so much. I told you, even if I don't know, it was so weird how I just missed it completely yesterday. I usually don't miss, like, scheduled things. But whatever, there was a reason why we were going to read today and not yesterday. Okay, I love you guys so much, too. Angel Gang Gang. Again, guys, if you guys want additional content, you guys can go to Patreon/Queen Cup. I'm just telling you guys, be patient. Patreon Gang's very patient with me to roll out the readings when I do. All right. But yeah, there's a whole massive library over there of readings that are not date or zodiac sign specific. If you want a personal reading, you can book it over there too. That's the only place you can book a personal reading with me. Thank you, Heather. Born day blessings to you. Congratulations on another solar revolution. Thank you. Yes, it was my birthday last week. I'm in a 10-year, so this should be interesting. For frankincense, guys, you guys can go to smudgealot.com, okay? I love you guys. Until next time, you already know what to do. Keep letting all beautiful parts of your integrated and in the process of integrating souls live.